Welcome back to the Limerick Post Show with me, Meghann Scully, and I'm delighted now to be joined by Karl Daly. First of all, how are you getting on?
Oh, sure. Great, Megan, great. Getting used to the new norm, as they call it. Talking to people over screens and broken internet connections out here in Cratloe. But other than that, fantastic. Yeah. How are you getting on?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I must say, I'm hoping as well, as you said, with the new style that we've got. But you know what? It's not the worst. Well, look, let's get straight into it. See, 2020 started off as a big special year for you because you started up your new company, Humanli. So, can you tell us
Yeah.
first of all about Humanli and what exactly you're doing?
Yeah, look, it's an idea I had for a while. I'm 30 odd years in financial services. Um, sold out of my company there last year and came up with this idea, worked with a branding company to create Humanly. So the idea in a nutshell is um, lots of companies are doing corporate social responsibility out there. So getting involved with charities, trying to help people in the community, that's going on the whole time. But apparently, a lot of them are struggling. They're not getting return on it. They're not really getting involved in the things they want to get involved in. They're doing it at the end of the year just to get involved and do something. People in companies are very, very busy with their day jobs. So trying to find somebody even to take on CSR is difficult. So what Humanly is hoping to do is sit in the middle between the companies and the charities. And two parts of the job would be, Megan, one would be to go and talk to the companies, tease out what they're trying to do, talk them through a process that we've developed, and maybe come up with ideas on social impact that they want to get involved in. It could be volunteering hours, it could be events, it could be just helping charities, and we'll facilitate that and put a program in place for them. On the other side, then, I've been talking to lots and lots of charities, and the struggle that charities have are, I suppose, number one, looking for help, asking for money, and one of the big things that has come up is that some of them don't have their corporate and their compliance side up to speed. And the issue there is that if a charity is not up to speed, bigger companies won't deal with them. They just won't deal with them. So what we're trying to do is help them on that side as well, get them up to a certain standard so that it opens more doors for them. So look, that's the idea in a nutshell. We've developed a whole brand with Frawley, and that's where the Humanly name came from. So it's exciting, it's interesting. And to be honest with you, I'm at a stage at the moment where the changes haven't really affected me, because a lot of the presentations I've been doing, we've put a whole deck together, a presentation deck, and I can do it online anyway. And I've been doing that over the last 2 or 3 weeks now. I've been presenting to get used to it, and using different people to sit on the other side and listen to what I'm saying. So it's all going pretty well. It's interesting times ahead.
It sounds pretty incredible. So are you kind of using maybe this time to kind of do more research and kind of do more, as you said, online work? So as you said, it didn't really affect you as much. And are you finding that, you're able to kind of communicate with companies now, probably not so much easier, but instead of having to probably arrange coffee meetings and calling over to them, you can reach out to them now across the internet?
Yeah, this is the point. Like, I'm very much, as you probably know yourself, I'm very much a people person. I like going out to meet people. I like having the cup of coffee. I like the physical, part of that. But we can't do that, unfortunately. So a couple of things I've been doing is the deck that we've created. I'm trying to get familiar with that. So what I've been doing is I've been talking to friends and people, contacts in companies, and saying, look, can I introduce Humanly to you? Can we do it through Zoom? Can we do it through Google Hangouts? Whatever system the person has. So I've been doing that for the last couple of weeks, and it's actually good fun. It's interesting. It's good fun. I'm getting feedback from people. I'm asking people to be honest with me. If there's something that's confusing and they don't see on the deck, or something that's missing, they're giving me points. So I'm doing lots of learning, taking lots of notes as we're going through the presentations. I suppose, look, you got to be conscious of what's going on out there. People have challenges. I had a conversation just before you this morning with somebody else who's in the kind of mentoring and coaching side, and he's had tons of meetings and tons of business just cancelled. But what's happening is that people are becoming used to the new norm, and he's starting to get people coming back on board now. They're saying, look, let's try and do the meeting through one of these internet systems and see how it works. So people are adapting and getting used to this. I even had, I think there was a comment somewhere, maybe on Twitter yesterday, where they think this could become the new norm. They made a comment about, why would you get into a car and drive for 2 hours to Dublin just to meet somebody to do a presentation and then drive down home again. Why not use this? Now look at, I can see where this fits. I'd be afraid that it become the new norm because again, as I said to you, there's nothing better than, you know, meeting somebody in a coffee shop or a cafe or whatever, having your cup of coffee and your chat. You can't beat that. You never replicate that, in my opinion. But I suppose this is the next best. But look at it, another point I'd make to you in relation to Humanli. Somebody asked me about, you know, the difficulty. Maybe this is one of your questions. The difficulty of starting a new business after what's happened. But if you think about it, lots of people are struggling out there. You, me, other people that can, I suppose, get up in the morning, do our day jobs. You know, we're finding it difficult. But can you imagine people that are, you know, homeless people, people out in the refuge, you know, out in Limerick in the refuge camps, living out there, people with mental health issues, not being allowed the freedom to do things, or, you know, so they're struggling. So I actually think there is space for me to talk to companies and maybe do quick fixes even now. We have one or two ideas actually ongoing at the moment that might come to fruition fairly quickly. So I think this could be an opportune time. And I need to be, I'm not talking about Humanli and me trying to make money. What I'm talking about is maybe getting the company up and running, showing what we can do, and maybe helping somebody in this particular situation. So watch this space on that. Hopefully there'll be something coming out.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. Like, I think there's a lot more people much worse off. A lot of us are just adapting to this new style of life. But as you said, there is people out there who can't do their usual day-to-day things that probably, you know, keep them going. So I think, yeah, you're right. There is much worse off. Karl Daly, what are you doing yourself though every day to keep yourself ticking over apart from Humanli?
Yeah, well, look, I had that conversation again this morning. We were chatting with this guy. We were chatting about our day. What's our typical day? So look, briefly, what I do is I try to get up in the morning around. I try to start around 9:30, and not too early. That's probably a little bit later than I would normally work, and then do work up to lunchtime. So humanly up to lunchtime. From lunchtime on, then I'm doing loads of gardening. I've been out in the garden for the last 2 weeks. The place has never looked so well. I, in particular, power washing. I think I've power washed half of County Clare at this stage. So look at places pristine. So that's one thing. I have a workout that I've worked every evening. So what I'm doing is I'm going up to a space that I've created, and I do a kind of 20-25 minute workout with my Bose speaker on and behind and my music, and I do that every evening. So I've been doing that actually religiously just to try and keep fit. And then I do a good bit of running, and what's a bit of a pain for me at the moment is that I twinged my calf, so I can't run, but I'm nearly there. I think about another few days and I should be able to get out. And then myself and Mary go for a walk most days as well. We're lucky in that we're only a couple of yards from Crackler Woods, so we can head up there and do a walk. So it's really kind of trying to keep as normal a daily routine as possible. And I suppose the only thing is that, as I said to you, the only thing I'm missing is the contact with people, being in town. I love being in Limerick. I have my office like yourself, looking over the river there. I miss all that. I miss going into a house and So Delicious and Canteen and Rift and all those places, and then Alex Findlater's, you know, all these places. So look, hopefully we'll get back to that soon. But you have to look. It's a small thing. It's very, very important that everyone stays safe and everyone keeps apart from each other, difficult and all as that is. Because, and to be fair to the government, you know, I would have been one of the ones that wouldn't have been the massive, you know, I'd be well able to criticize, but I think they deserve huge credit during this time, because I think their message has been consistent, clear, and fantastically positive. So I think everyone needs to listen to them. Stay at home. You know, if I can stay at home, anyone can stay at home. So stay at home.
Karl, I have to say it's lovely always talking to you, because you've always such a lovely outlook and a lovely way. And I think, you know, a lot of people will learn from what you're saying, like, you know, the gardening, the back to the kind of community, to doing the little things that we never made time for. So all I can say is stay home, stay safe. I hope you're back running soon, and I can't wait to see you for a coffee when everything's back to normal.
Brilliant. Super duper. You're well
Take
up
care.
on this, Meghann. Yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for contacting.